I'm going to be telling you 8 things you need to be doing across these 2 weeks of Easter holidays so you can seriously boost your chances of getting top grades. Hi, I'm Somya, and first I'm going to be covering 4 non-negotiables for these 2 weeks. The first non-negotiable is that this is the time to get all your content covered. Most of you would have covered most of the content by now, but there'll be around 20% of content that you still need to go through. And you need to get all the content covered because that serves as a foundation to questions and active recall. To efficiently get all the content covered, you want to be using checklists to see exactly what's left. 3 options for checklists: using the contents page of a textbook, using the specification as a checklist, or trying to find checklists online. Have a read through the list and see what you've not covered yet. And ideally, you want to get all the content covered by the end of the first week. So once you know how many topics you need to learn, divide that by 7, and that's how many topics you need to learn each day. In terms of how to learn the stuff that you still need to cover, all I did was use resources like videos, websites, and knowledge organizers to make my revision materials. I mostly made notes because that's what worked for me, but flashcards, mind maps might work for you. And even if you see this video late, you want to prioritize this step, getting all the content covered. The second non-negotiable is that you've probably been set some work by your teachers for the holidays. For whatever subject, if that work is mainly to do with learning content, then do that in week 1. And if for a different subject, it's mostly practice questions like maths, then you could leave that till week 2. The third non-negotiable is that you need to be working on your week topics. I know that a lot of you have already started going through past papers, and you'll notice certain topics or questions in which you struggle in a bit more. Ideally, in the first week, you want to fit in time somewhere to work on reviewing these week topics. The way that I really learned my week of topics was that I watched a video on YouTube to explain that topic. Or if it was a particular question in an essay-based paper, then I'd watch a video about how to approach that question and how to structure my answers. And then I'd make some extra notes covering my weaker areas. And by prioritizing your weaker topics now, whilst you've got the time, you'll avoid carrying gaps over into exam season, where the stress is a bit more. And the fourth non-negotiable is one of the smartest things you can do. Fail to plan means plan to fail. You need to make a study timetable. It gives your holiday and these 2 weeks a bit of a structure, and it stops you from feeling overwhelmed since you know exactly what you want to get done each day. And when you plan what to do each day, you know that you're not going to miss out any content, and you know that what you're doing is actually going to help you. To make a study timetable, there was 3 steps for me. First of all, think about how you want to spend these 2 weeks. Like I said before, I'd recommend spending the first week making sure you've covered all the content, and also focusing on any week topics. Then I'd recommend using the second week for practice questions and past papers. And don't be afraid to adjust this timing. If you've not covered most of the content yet, then you could spend the first 1.5 weeks covering it. Or if you've covered all the content and made all your revision materials, then spending the entire 2 weeks on questions, past papers, and going over your week topics. The second thing is to make a list of all your subjects, and then alongside that, make a list of all the topics you need to cover in that subject. And the third thing is to go through this list one at a time and write down whatever topics you need to cover onto the timetable, and make sure to space out all the work for each subject. Personally, I want to revise more than 3 subjects a day, because that's just going to get more overwhelming. And if you juggle too many subjects a day, then that's going to harm your retention. And now I want to tell you 4 pieces of advice that I would tell my younger self if I was back in your position. But before that, if you've got any study-related questions, just put them in the comments and I'll get back to you within 24 hours. The first thing I tell myself is that past papers are an amazing tool, but make sure you're not using all of them up too early. You want to be saving some past papers to closer to the exam date. That way you can test yourself under real conditions and see what you've mastered, and alongside that, see what you still need to work on. And the most important bit is that you get to see what sort of grade you're working at after all this revision. And earlier on, if you're starting past papers at around this time, you want to be using the past papers to mostly learn the mark schemes and to also get used to answering questions, and using the past papers later on to help boost your confidence and to spot any last minute gaps. The second thing I tell my younger self is to try to make some summary mind maps. Think of them as 1-page summaries of a topic. Especially if you've made your revision materials a while ago, making a smaller summary can help refresh your memory. And the smarter way to go about it is to do blurting. And you've probably heard of that, but you might not know how to actually use blurting effectively. The first thing you want to do is to write the topic in the center and then write down everything you can about that topic. The second thing you want to do is then look at your notes or flashcards. And the third thing you want to do is write down anything that you've missed out using your notes in a different color. And then if you want, you can try and make some extra flashcards or notes on the things that you missed out. The third thing that I sort of regret doing was setting myself too much work for each day during the holidays. When I didn't finish all my work I'd get frustrated and a bit stressed. And that's why I recommend to focus on just 3 subjects at a maximum each day, because it's much more manageable and it will help you keep motivated throughout the holidays. And don't forget to take breaks, either full days where you do no work or maybe just some smaller breaks throughout the day, because these breaks can help keep your momentum going. So for each day, try to set some realistic goals. And the 4th thing I want you to know about is something that I sort of learned by myself, and it's something that no one really taught me at school. But how do you actually improve your exam technique? Because exams are what's going to determine your grade. I've got 5 steps to help me improve my exam technique, and you can learn all about those 5 steps in this video here.